What's going on, Dolphins? It's your boy Dillon, and so I got a couple things to talk to you about today. I was gonna make a video yesterday, but I forgot. I'm not gonna lie, I totally forgot about it. But that's okay because I'm just gonna fit it in with the stuff that I have for today. So first of all, I want to say happy birthday to Charles Harris. It was his birthday yesterday. So happy birthday to him. Also, as of yesterday, the Dolphins have tendered a few players, a few of their exclusive rights free agents, including guard Isaac Asiata, guard tackle Jesse Davis, tackle Zach Stirrup, and defensive end Jonathan Woodard. So real quick, I want to talk about each one of those guys. Isaac Asiata, he's been on the team now for 2 years. This will be his third year. He's a little bit older because he came in to the league a little bit older. And he was supposed to be, you know, like a mauler in the run game, but needed to work on his pass game. He hasn't really done much for us yet. I'm still going to give him the benefit of the doubt since it's only his third year. He's in his rookie contract, so we'll see if he can take some steps. But obviously we need a lot of help on that offensive line. So we need somebody to step up at left guard, which is, you know, really his position. So we'll see if he can do that. And of course, we obviously also need backup. So, I mean, if nothing else, hopefully he can develop into a quality backup that if need be can step in and perform well. As far as Jesse Davis goes, I do really like Jesse Davis. I think that, you know, he does have that versatility, being able to swing out to tackle. That is useful and, you know, certainly necessary on that on the line. It's wonderful to have guys who have versatility on the line just in case, right? And look, you know, last year, yes, was up and down for him, but it was up and down for the whole team. You know, last year was really rough. And so, you know, I don't really hold that against him. He had some good moments and some good games, and he had some bad moments and some bad games. But he's still really young. He's still got a long way to go, but he's still got a high ceiling, right, and a lot of potential. So I think, and I think keeping him in there at right guard will be good. We obviously need to make sure that Juwan James gets locked down, but with Tunsil, Davis, and James, I think, you know, and then if we draft, let's say we got Garrett Bradbury from the center in the first round this year. We stick him in there, and then if we can find, you know, another adequate, you know, left guard, or like, let's say if we keep Josh Sitton, right? Josh Sitton can plug in there, and then if we had Tunsil, Sitton, Bradbury, Davis, and James, I think that would be a really solid offensive line. And then of course, you know, you have your backups, you know, Asiata. I still think, again, we should take another offensive lineman in draft, so then another, you know, young rookie. And then Zach Stirrup, he's huge. I think he's like 6'6". He's a really big guy. He's mostly a right tackle. I think keeping him around is a good decision as well. He did some good things for us. He had some good moments. He didn't play very much in any like legitimate games, but the times he went in, he was pretty solid, and so on and so forth. So and Jonathan Woodard, defensive end, he did some good things for us when he in his limited playing time as well. So I think those four guys were good to keep around at least through training camp. You know, a couple of those guys could end up on practice squad or whatever, but I thought tendering them was definitely good. I liked all of those moves. Okay, so now we're on the cusp of free agency, which starts, I believe, on the 13th of March. So now we're going to start talking more about like the cap situation and different players and so on and so forth. So I do have some news on that. First and foremost, as of before I tell you the moves that were made, I looked at, you know, overthecap.com. I checked that out, and we were estimated to have around $9 million in cap space. Obviously not very much, even with the cap going to, I believe it's $195 million this year, right? So and I think we had only carried over like 4 million or something from last year. So obviously not good, and a lot of things need to happen for that to get better. So they did start making some moves. First of all, so like I said, we were at 9 million. They did release Andre Branch, which I had reported, which saved the team about 7 million. So Andre Branch is gone. That was a good move. That brought us up to 16 million. And then they also released guard Ted Larson, which I think that is a good move, because with the guys that they tendered and the other guys that we currently have on the offensive line, plus if we do take 2 offensive linemen in the draft, which I think we should, especially one early on, then I think we'll be fine, and I think they'll get it sorted out. I'm really eager to see, like, I want to get up through the draft. Once we get through the draft, then, you know, I think I'll have a lot better idea of how this team is looking to go through this, you know, so-called rebuild. But anyway, so far I do like the moves. So that brought us up to, that ended up bringing us up to about 18 to 19 million. So that's where we currently stand. Okay, at about 18 to 19 million in cap space. Now, there are also have been reports that the team is shopping Robert Quinn. They're going to try and trade him to somebody for something. I think that is a good move. He does have a $12.9 million cap hit for this next season, so about 13 million. We're going to get rid of him anyway, so we should expect to save that money. So let's say, you know, we're about 19 million right now, or about 18 million right now, then another 13 on top of that. That'll put us at what, 31 million. So we'll jump up to about 31 million there. We obviously need to clear out a bunch more, but there's gonna be moves made. I mean, you know, whether I like it or not, or whether anybody likes it or not, it is a good possibility that Tannehill will be gone. So we'll see. But if they can't trade him, then they will cut him, and that's why, and that's what all the reports and so on are saying. So Robert Quinn should be gone. Like I said, with that one, personally, I don't hate it, I don't love it, right? So I'm kind of neutral on that, but since that seems to be the case, then, you know, for me, that's good, because we're gonna save another 13 million, and, you know, he didn't do a whole lot for us. I think that he could still have been useful and, you know, could potentially have done some good things for us in the future. And I think that, you know, his lack of production wasn't entirely his fault, right? So I do think those things are true, but again, I don't hate this move, and considering it seems to be the ultimate reality, I like the fact that we're going to save that money and open up some more cap space. And then also, you know, I like that they're trying to at least get some additional draft capital. You know, I mean, even if it's a mid to late round pick, you know, cool, whatever. We only have 7 picks in this draft as it stands right now. So we're very thin on draft capital going into this draft. We only have 1 pick per round. That's it. We got no compensatory picks. And, you know, we don't have picks from any other teams from trades or anything like that. That's why, like, I'm definitely not trying to chase a quarterback and give away, you know, draft capital to go get a guy in this draft. Absolutely not, man. Anyway, we'll talk more about that later. So those are the moves. Those are the things that have happened. So we can expect, and obviously a lot more is going to develop over the coming days, especially considering the fact that we are only but a week away from free agency officially opening. So like I said, there will definitely be tons more to talk about as we move on, but that's all I got for you guys right now. I hope you do, guys, or I hope you do enjoy my show. If you do, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the bell if you want to get the alerts. We're actually starting to grow a little bit faster. Things are going really well. I'm doing, you know, my part to, I mean, most of it's my part since it's my show, right? But you know, I'm working on things as I've told you guys before. You know, I'm trying to build this as best as I can, as fast as I can, and make it as good for you guys as I possibly can. You know, I got my new mic and my camera. I'm hoping that in the not so distant future I will be able to get a new computer, because mine is getting old, and subsequently I'll get, you know, better video editing software, and I'm just slowly improving upon everything to make this as best as I can for you guys, as high quality and all that as I can for you guys. And then eventually, hopefully, I'll move out of my dad's place, because that's where I live, in case you guys haven't, you know, or didn't know that from my previous videos when I talked about that a while back now. But, you know, I'll have my own place eventually in the near future, and not so distant future, hopefully. And then when that day comes, I'll have a whole room, you know, that I'll dedicate to this, and, you know, my show and you guys and everything like that. So I am, you know, taking the steps as I can take them to improve upon this, guys, and I hope you guys like that. You know, definitely give me your feedback and so on and so forth. You know, let me know how you guys feel about various things. If you have any, you know, suggestions or recommendations, I'm open to hearing stuff. But anyway, so if you guys like my videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the bell if you want to get the alerts. Leave your questions, comments, and concerns down in the comment section. And as always, make sure you follow me on Twitter at Dillon Tartaro. And with that, I am out. I'll see y'all soon. Fins up.